What is up? What is up? What is up, you guys? Let's go ahead and take some deep breaths. I'm going to start us off with some affirmations. First card, bottom of the deck, I have relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Welcome to Aries season. We are here to reinvent. We are here for healing, and a lot of it has been about identity development, issues, passion over harmony, heavy emphasis on relationships. Let's focus in on those deeper breaths. Welcome to Aries season. Once again, this energy is amazing. This is the right time for me to be doing this video, and if you happen to just click on it, we are documenting this on, Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. It's an amazing energy. Ooh, we're needing a lot of massage right now. Doing a lot of reading, massaging the feet, okay, massaging your feet, looking into reflexology, looking into somatic practice, somatic treatment, okay? I have a lot of notes I also would like to go over here. This is going to be the topic for today. Today's topic will be on light, inner light. I had posted one specifically about shadow, and if you are watching this first and you have not seen the first part, which is the shadow, or the shadow aspect, the shadow video, I would suggest to watch that video first and then come back to this one. There is a big puzzle here is what I'm getting, so start the shadow and the light video, which is this one. How do we keep our inner light thriving is the topic on today's topic. Inner light. How do we keep our inner light thriving? I'm so glad to be doing this in Aries season because I feel like this is the perfect topic to be talking about in Aries season. It has been about reinventing, like I said. I'm just going with the flow and the rhythm here, you guys. So just bear with me. Patience is also of significance in Aries season. Alignment is also of significance. I actually haven't gotten you guys an affirmation. Oh my gosh. Alignment, stamina, durability. Somatic practice. I already had mentioned somatic practice. It is releasing tension and pressure, and a lot of it, for some of you, your body is feeling really sore. You're needing to hydrate and to keep hydrating, okay? Sleeping to ocean waves music and letting our body move and being in body movement, okay? Feeling out every minute, every moment of Aries season, feeling confident and stepping out, feeling confident. It's about being in a place where you are feeling most like yourself and being at your utmost in a very unique way. And you may also be one living a very unique lifestyle. Whatever it is that Aries season is bringing to us, it is a lot of that light that we're going to talk about in this reading, and what you have been feeling in Aries season mostly. If you are a healer, a light worker, I'm sending you guys so much love, so much support, and I know how much we are needing the support at this time for our light workers. So shout out to all of our light workers, all of our healers, nurses, doctors, right? whether this is on mental health and emotional psychology. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. This is practice, is what I'm getting here. This is practice, getting us on the right track and keeping our energy going, keeping our light going. How are we able to keep this up? Through creativity. To creativity, are you also finding the peace? I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Shout out to Aries, okay? This is a longevity. This is about inner peace. I have the Emperor bottom of the deck. Let's move on to tarot, you guys. I'm excited for this. I have a lot of notes, so just bear with me, please. Patience is of significance also in Aries season. And I too have been practicing this. I have a list of things that I want to practice on at this time. One of them I had written down here is being more patient with myself and speaking honestly and openly. I want to mention and remind our collective that in Aries season, it is better to respond lightly and not so aggressively. To keep that in mind, to keep that in the back of your mind. Be nice to Aries season and it will respond to you in a nice way. If you are not nice to Aries season, it might just sting a little bit. To keep that in mind, I feel the need to say that. I am using Tarot of the Divine. I love this deck. This is inspired by deities, folklore, and fairy tales from around the world by Yoshi Tani. I hope that I had pronounced that correctly. Let's get into some tarot here, and we're going to go over some notes. I also would like to use the Animal Spirit deck. Coming back to what I was saying about reinventing, identity development, passion over harmony. It has been about alignment. Some of you may be experiencing a lot on alignment. You're seeing a lot of signs, and these are good signs. Keep in mind that these signs are going to get you to the next level and is only really getting you to the next level. Okay, so if you are one big on signs, numbers, and angel numbers, I have 777 is a significance. The number 6, harmony, is of significance. 1133, and I have, ooh, that's funny. I have been seeing 1133 very often, so that is of significance. Ooh, I have the 4 of Wands along with the 3 of Pentacles. First 2 cards here. I'm picking up a lot on our collective energetically. And this can mean that we are having to reinvent our relationships, reinvent ourself, coming into union with ourself and reinventing our relationships. This is us finding ourselves in different relationships and then reflecting on it and asking yourself, who is this person to me, and who am I to them, right? Aries season is about an equal give and take, sometimes even more. We are in a time of a lot of releasing and a lot of releasing on fear. Okay, I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Coming back to how do we keep our inner light thriving and going? This has a lot to do with durability in terms of where we are with our inner strength. I'm getting the confidence that you're bringing about and living your unique, authentic lifestyle, because it is not one feelings sometime of like, you may feel it in Aries season is what I'm saying, is like you're going to feel like you're not so heard or you're not so seen, right? It's a constant battle, or it's a constant argument, or it's a constant feeling of attack, okay? So coming back to where you are with your inner strength in Aries season, I'm using the spirit animal deck. I just want to get an energy. Okay. This is also about equanimity. Equanimity. I hope I'm saying that word correctly. Equanimity. To keep that also in mind, heavy on that. For a lot of us, I'm picking up, and I have a lot of notes here. Sorry, I have to move the camera. I have a lot of notes here. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. I have infinite possibilities. When we are in our light and grounded in our light, and you just keep thriving and thriving and thriving and thriving, right? There is a vision. You planted that seed, and that seed just keeps growing and blooming now. And are you now seeing in Aries season a lot of what has been planted, and it's blooming, and it is in light? You are finding yourself also to be in union with yourself and having more trust in yourself. Remember what I was saying about having to release fear in Aries season, and a lot of what we are releasing in Aries season. I've been having this on my mind, and I have the book as well by Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, and how much of that is a theme in Aries season. So much of this energy that's like exuding and coming through, and I love it so much, and I couldn't wait to just sit here and share this with you guys, because it's the process also that I go into that makes my videos exactly what it is, and the energy that I am relaying to you. Aries season has also been about being intentional in our intentions, being intentional in how we are moving, and how we are using our time at the same time, knowing what we're doing with our time and creating something with that, okay? Take that with you. Standing in your light, being grounded in your light, it just means you just keep on thriving. You're in this constant flow of giving and giving and receiving and giving and receiving. And if you just so happen to ground yourself more in it, more in trust and more in faith, you are also at the same time regenerating. And you just keep regenerating, you just keep transmuting, right? We think of our body as just not flesh. We're just not flesh. We are something more. And if we think bigger, I feel like Aries season is making us think bigger. So that if you are, suppose you are triggering somebody with your light collective. Okay, I hear a hummingbird outside. They've been everywhere. I'm gonna take a drink really quick. I said regeneration. I have lizard here, bottom of the deck. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation and put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Remember what I was saying about you're constantly transmuting energy. Your light and how it grows and how it unfolds and grows and blooms in the flow that it should, that's exactly what I mean by staying and grounding yourself in your light, and how amazing it is to be doing this in Aries season, because the flow that it has been taking me in, it keeps wanting me to look into my shadow first, getting to know my shadow, and then getting to know what my shadow is telling me, because lately there has been a lot of feelings of animosity, a lot of disagreement. I'm getting also that we are all in a different mindset and different timeline. So how important it is to have this, and giving ourselves a chance to give this to ourselves, and giving this to this as well. So if there are feelings of animosity in Aries season that you may be feeling collective, it is that you may irritate somebody with your light. You are, in fact, irritating somebody with your light. You start to question why you are being talked to or talked at in a spiteful way. Remember to remind you, if you are also a healer, that you're feeling this heavily, to remind you to keep letting your inner light thriving. That's all that we can. That's all we can do, right? Because love is the only thing. Like, what more can I do to make somebody feel more comfortable, because you choose not to lower yourself? It is intimidating. It is unfamiliar to the shadow. So confirmation, so that if you are the light and you're triggering somebody's shadow, to remind you to keep your inner light going and keep on regenerating. Okay, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Just because you are happy and alive and feeling alive, it means that you are allowed to feel that. Do you ever feel, you guys, sometimes when you are happy and you're feeling all of the joy, you stop yourself from feeling it so much and thinking to yourself, I don't actually deserve to feel this much happiness and joy, which in fact you do. I have been listening to Jay Shetty, and I remember something. One of the things that he said, I'm trying to go back to that, bear with me. One of the things that he said was, sorry, it's gonna come back to me. Why do I do this to myself? I always get brain fart. Okay, it's gonna go back. It's gonna come back. Feeling alive, not foreboding yourself from feeling joyful. I think it gets to a point also, like when we are just grounded in our light, so much of that light, that we can't also help to attract the shadow, right? Giving them the nourishment that they also need. But to understand that if you are a healer and you're a light worker, how much of your time is so precious, especially when you're coming back in and you're giving yourself the self-soothe, because it's so necessary after you've just spent time nourishing somebody else, right? It's becomes so heavy that even in Aries season, we're finding ourselves in so much soothing because our bodies are transforming and transmuting. I feel like in this season, and a lot of this shadow theme, shadow aspect of where we are collectively, a lot of our shadow is wanting to express. Perhaps we're also finding other people to share and express the shadow aspect of ourself. It needs to be talked about, it needs to be released, it needs to be understood, and it needs to be heard. A lot of this energy in Aries season where we're fighting for our right and coming back to having more justice and feeling more justice, okay? Coming back to this energy. As we are releasing a lot of that fear I was speaking about, a lot of our shadow is wanting to release that. Let it all go. Some of us may also be finding ourselves still releasing all of that negative energy from the past when it comes to our relationships, right? Past relationships. I'm also picking up that if you are a parent, I have the Queen of Cups. If you're a mother, if you are a father, if you are a single mother, if you are a single father, you are also taking on a lot. And a lot of what your body is wanting you to do is release old energies. Because you could be holding on to that and you're walking around and you're holding on to this baggage that you don't actually need. Okay, heavy emphasis on massaging your feet, taking care and nourishing, moisturizing your feet, moisturizing your face. As soon as you get home, wash your face, wash your feet. Okay, these are things that is going to give you like a lighter soothe, a sense of soothe, feeling like I'm getting like light as a feather. Light as a feather. This is like effortless. Think again what I was saying about Aries season is about being in the now and staying in the now and appreciating on what the now is telling you. Coming back to what I was saying about being intentional as well. The power of our words as well that we're using in Aries season. I keep wanting to go back to be nice, staying nice to Aries season, and it will be nice to you as well. As I am moisturizing my hands, I was repotting outside and talking to the plants and interacting with the plants outside, and it's been nice. I also would like to share, if you are one who loves essential oils and self-care, skincare, if you are into that, I have this amazing medicine, Skin by Dosis de Flores. This is an herbal oil. This has sweet almond oil, vitamin E herbal oil, essential oil, and I use it when I'm in the tub, when I'm outside in the sun. This is, I'm going to put the name and all of the products that she has, support her small business. This is, I've been with her since day one, and she's amazing with all of these ingredients. She also has a simple 4-step skincare routine. So cute. But it is also a theme in this season to moisturize and to hydrate. Just keep hydrating is what I'm getting here, okay? Coming back to recharging. a lot of being patient, a lot of this energy of being patient with ourselves. Staying in the now and being in the now has so much power, doesn't it? I feel a lot of the boldness and a lot of confidence in Aries season. I feel like this has a lot to do with community. And it's a perfect time to also use that energy, that boldness, that creativity, that confidence that you are feeling collective, and use it towards the work that you do for your community. If you are one, once again, if you're a light worker, if you're a healer, taking on work that is also going to give you the healing and the soothing is so important for our healers, for our light workers. This video is specifically mostly on inner light and light, just light. But I feel like it has a very significant correlation to Aries season as well. At the same time, I feel that very heavily. I also want to mention I have the High Priestess here. Okay, this beautiful card. This is the time to recharge your body. I feel that very heavily for our collective. I actually have been sitting on it for a while, for a couple days before going into this reading. I have been feeling a lot of the heavy on the body. Your body is probably feeling sore, super sore. Heavy emphasis also on chronic illness, okay? Inflammations could also be of significance. And take it, this is an intuitive download message that I had gotten. So just want to put that out there and add that as well. But just to keep in mind, that is also what is coming up for me. And I'm just going over these notes for you guys so I don't miss anything here. Heavy emphasis on somatic practice. This is going to allow us to, again, release all of that negative energy from the past that we have been feeling. Sensing of animosity, envy, jealousy, a lot of that poor quality energy is draining our energy, okay? Especially for our light workers, especially for our hypersensitives, especially for our empaths. So recharging, regenerating, as I was saying, as a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. The time to be in solitude, nourishment, taking care of yourself, right? This is also coming back, nurturing your light and coming back to your light. Your light is your asset, right? Staying in light energy, staying in compassion and gratitude, right? This is all rooted in asset. This is all rooted in creativity. When we stand in our light and we ground ourselves in our light and we're using our light to be put to good use, creativity flourishes, your uniqueness flourishes, your authenticity flourishes. And even if your lifestyle does not look like the rest, are you also being patient with yourself and still pacing and not so much in a hurry? When you, I'm picking up that when you appreciate that about yourself, when you honor that part of you, that's the word, when you honor that part of you more and more, your light becomes bigger and even brighter, right? So no wonder why you are triggering a lot of shadow out there. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. I always have to pronounce. I'm about to drink some extra. Whatever. And this time around also, are we, I said already, reading, we're journaling, we're writing. We are in acceptance and allowing ourselves and being willing to put ourselves out there in the way we imagine ourselves to be and not how we are being perceived. A lot of us who has been through major trauma, abandonment issues and neglect, mommy issues, daddy issues, that is also coming to surface in Aries season. I'm saying there's a lot of the shadow aspect that we're all trying to release collectively is very painful. It can feel very hurtful for our empaths at this time, for hypersensitives, because we are seeing the anger and we're taking in that energy as well. Careful on projecting so much rather than be careful on projecting and not so much projecting, but looking into, right, introspection, a lot of reflecting, self-reflecting. This is also giving us the soul nourishment. I was just outside, I was repotting plants, right? How much of that energy being in that moment gave me so much nourishment on a soul level. That is an instant recharge, right? Remember, we're thinking about this mind, body, and spirit. You too need to, we all need to, not just you collective, but we all need to collectively to recharge our spirit, to recharge our spiritual self. That too exists. We have to allow that to be in full activation. Okay. Our shadow aspect is when we are in our shadow, we're not rooted and grounded in truth, right? Take this as it resonates. We're not in our truth. We're not in speaking from our natural state of being. So when we are in our shadow, and a lot of the shadow that I want to talk about, the shadow, being in the shadow confuses you. You are in confusion when you are in your shadow. There is no sense of order when we stay in the shadow, when we stay in the scarcity. So you may be experiencing your friends, your family, venting or creating a safe space to allow themselves to express. Is very big and loud and bold, and it may come off as like arrogance. It may come off as like I don't like you type of energy, stay away from me. But the shadow is victimhood mentality. There's no trust, there's no path there. Like what I said, that you're not rooted in your truth, you're not grounded in your truth, you're not grounded in your vision. It's a difference. There's a difference when you are in your light and you're grounded in your light and you're acknowledging a lot of your light and you're using it for resources, you're using it to be creative. It's a combination of morality and spiritual discipline. acknowledging the light is just so much more important than acknowledging the shadow. But we cannot acknowledge the light if we have not yet acknowledged. We can't fully acknowledge and immerse ourselves in our light when we have not yet completely 100% acknowledged our shadow. If we haven't acknowledged our shadow, how are we able to see ourselves in the light completely? So as within, so without, right? I hope I'm saying that correctly. As within, so without. Heavy emphasis on balance in Aries season. It is a combination of morality and spiritual discipline. When we are in the light, we see things and even the false. So for our healers, our job is to fix what is wrong, to fix what is not true. For healers, we are here to bring honesty, okay? Bottom of the deck. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Coming back to fixing, okay? Acknowledging our shadow is also fixing our shadow, coming back to being more honest, stepping into your light, because light is honesty, understanding, empathy. Light is our way of showing service and giving service, right? I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love, fear, getting rid of a lot of that, okay? And getting honest with the fear that we're holding on to, okay? We're going somewhere here. Patience, self-control, reason, these are also big themes in Aries season. Forgiveness, sanctity, honesty. Again, honesty, what I was saying, absence of anger. Ooh, the practice of absence of anger. Living life the right way, your dharma, okay? Right direction, rightful duty. Grounding ourselves in our purpose, grounding ourselves in our mission. Listen up. Listen up really quick, collective. I'm just getting into this energy. Can you tell? It's so hard to explain to my family sometimes, and how much time and energy and solitude I need for myself. Doing these readings, it also heals me at the same time, right? But the time that it takes me away from spending time with family and just being in the right timeline with my family, it's hard. And when I receive these messages and these downloads, it's like I have to give myself time in all of it. Making time to spend time with family, making time to spend time with friends, making time to be a friend is so hard for me. And I feel a lot of what Aries season, the energy that it's bringing to me, it's making me realize a lot on where I am with my relationships. Because there has been a lot of shadow reaction, shadow impulsiveness, shadow personality. A lot of that has been happening, and a lot of the spite and the animosity that you get from that kind of energy that bogs you down, and it takes me all the way down. I want to say that as a light worker, I often get bogged down. I often get triggered by others. No sense of order. And a lot of times I know that my light most definitely trigger people. I have felt this many times. And I have also been gaslighted and underestimated for all of it. I have to forgive myself every time and give thanks to our Creator, because it is a challenge for our healers and our empaths to be facing the world at this time because of not having enough spirit present in our life. Okay. I suppose that Aries season is also bringing that sense of community back. Heavy emphasis on the number 33, number 3. Okay, thank you. And also the number 13. Community, the 6 of Wands. I said also the number 6 is of significance. I have the 6 of Wands here. 6 of Wands is giving me a sense of harmony coming back in your relationships. This is also bringing back harmony in you're just day to day. Like you're just finding yourself to be more at peace. Heavy emphasis on also like a lot of this fear that's coming up in Aries season. This is anxiety, and what it's doing is that it is making us get up and advocate, stand up for yourself, and to be standing up for yourself, standing up for what your you believe in, standing up for your belief system, right? This is standing up for what is right. Okay. I love also what I had mentioned earlier about it is a combination of morality and spiritual discipline. When we speak of spiritual discipline, when we speak of morality, this is stepping into your truth. You are now operating in morality. You are now functioning and going in spiritual discipline. Like you are with spirit, you are not without. The light is definitely about being with spirit, right? Our shadow, when coming back to being more in shadow, to be finding yourself in your shadow in Aries season, you can think about what you want to do with the emotions, how you can use your emotions to be creative and to be passionate about something. Okay? If you find yourself without harmony, find passion. Okay? Passion over harmony is what I had written here as well. I have messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Heavy emphasis on your auric fields. Okay. You are most definitely collective. For some of you, I'm speaking to some of you. Triggering some energies here, and almost like staying as far away, like there's a lot of distance. Okay, is what I'm getting here. There's a lot of distance. Being patient with yourself is most definitely a suggestion in Aries season. Okay. I'm seeing more of this reading as like, I'm wanting to call it Aries season and just what we are feeling energetically as a collective in Aries season. But I feel like a lot of our light a lot of this light energy that's coming through is to also be appreciated. Okay, coming back to what I was talking about, dharma, of living the right way of living, being in the right direction, being in your rightful duty. This is bringing back harmony. This is also reinventing us and restructuring our archetype. Does that make sense? This is reinventing our archetype, what we stand up for in society, if you will. Okay. We are being tested in good and in bad, mostly in bad, and I have been experiencing this for myself. This is what I was saying about it is very hurtful for our empaths and our healers and our hypersensitive to be seeing others' anger, and perhaps maybe even in times when they are expressing their hurt and expressing their pain. And then you as a healer, you as an empath, you're stepping in and you're also wanting to give that safe space, right? But in fact, you're not actually helping. You think you may be helping, but the shadow is very sensitive to the light. And there are certain circumstances where the light is very, 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 very sensitive to the shadow as well. Being super empathetic to it, okay? Ooh. I'm thinking of the scales here. Balance. Libra energy, okay? And as we are also reinventing collectively, you guys, evolving and movement is taking place. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. As you are reinventing yourself and your archetype, how you are seen in the world, as you reinvent yourself, your physical body, right? You are evolving and growing and in movement. So coming back what I was saying about our body feels so sore, look into somatic practice, look into some stone massage. Am I saying that right? Reflexology. Look in to soothing the body, like deep decompressing. Okay, heavy on the decompressing. Again, I said that I'm documenting this on Tuesday, April 2nd of 2024. Okay. Just want to make sure our body has an amazing way of correcting itself, right? So think for some of us, if you're watching this, if you have gone through a lot of the darkness, if you have experienced a lot of the darkness, a lot of attracting the darkness, like you have attracted so many. If you are one watching this and you are a healer yourself, but you are and have been healing yourself. So if you're watching this and you went from knowing your shadow and now you're getting to know your light, how far you have come in that journey of getting to know your shadow, soothing your shadow, and it hasn't been easy because there has not been a lot of balance that you felt, right? Even in times when you were feeling alone in your own mind, right? That is a heavy theme for us collective, being alone in our own mind. How much of that takes our energy away. When we allow ourselves to release energy, our body has an amazing way of correcting itself. How we are using our time is beneficial to this matter, and watching our pace is going to give us so much more of the meaning. You ever notice that when we allow our body to sink in the moment, the present time, you feel like there's more time. Like you have more time at your hands, right? When you are allowing yourself to be in the right pace with yourself, are you picking up so much more meaning in what you do, in every step, in what you see, and what you hear? When we hang out too much with the people you don't really gain from, you start hearing a lot of their noise. That's the thing that Jay Shetty was saying that I forgot earlier. He was saying that when we hang out with too many people too much, sometimes that we start to hear their noise, and then we ignore the voice within ourselves. We take that noise with us, right? And it's in our mind, but we actually haven't heard our own self. So we pick up a lot on the noise that people say, but we don't actually hear ourselves talk. Okay, coming back to what I was saying about I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Honesty. Okay. The light can give us so much. It is our source. It's our resource, right? Excuse me. It is our light, our asset, our very being, our source, our resource, right? And these products that my friend had put on her ingredients she put in her products, Skin by Doses de Flores, this is coming back to source. This is all natural ingredients that she had put in her products. And this is what I mean by going back to what feels more natural to you. Natural skincare products, medicine, right? Real medicine, herbal medicine, essential oil. What is also going to regenerate your skin, and not just what's happening on the inside and what's regenerating on the inside, but regenerating everything, accepting and allowing and being more willing. Light is our energy. When we are in movement, we are doing something with our light correlated to our energy. So I had seen this post. I had written it down also. Let me see if I can find it. I know I did, but probably not. Right, here it is. The universe responds. The universe responds to your frequency. It doesn't recognize your personal desires, wants, or needs. It only understands the frequency in which you are vibrating at. For example, if you're vibrating in the frequency of fear, guilt, or shame, you are going to attract things of a similar vibration to support that frequency. And if you are vibrating in the frequency of love, joy, and abundance, you are going to attract things to support that frequency. How easy. If you have a very influential personality, right? To you, it is very vital to be staying in your positivity, because a lot of the people around you, they're going to pick up a lot on that, your energy, right? If you have a very influential energy, it's so important to be staying in your highest frequency, because you're influential, you're magnetic, Your energy is magnetic and people are going to grab onto that. So choose which frequency you want to be in. You want to be in the frequency of fear, guilt, or shame. You're going to attract the same energy. If you put yourself in the energy of love, joy, and abundance, are you also attracting the same energy? It just keeps regenerating. Think of the word regeneration, what we were talking about earlier. Regeneration. Ooh, pew. My dog, she's been having a really bad stomach, and ooh, her farts. Killer. Dang. Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. A lot of us, we have been in reconciliation with relationships from the past. Okay, we have the Two of Cups and the Ace of Swords here. When it comes to relationships and past relationships, so much is being expressed, and 555, when I said that, so much is being expressed, and so much is like cutting ties and being in reconciliation, or being in reconciliation. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher. Help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. I'm getting that, coming back to what I was saying about the frequency of love, joy, and abundance. When you still yourself, you put yourself and you ground yourself in love, abundance, and joy, you're also regenerating that. You just keep on regenerating it, and you're also, that's what you're giving. I am love, therefore I am to you, right? I am kindness, therefore I am to you, in the same gesture, in the same way, right? I just want to make sure that I got all of the notes written down here. Patience is of significance, and a lot of patience. And I feel like collective, this is about being patient with ourselves in our relationships, because some is taking a lot of time. Like, for instance, if you are one in light, and if you have a friend who is a little bit in their shadow, or you have a family member who's a little bit in their shadow, they're not understanding your light, and it's very hard to see you. And it's very challenging as well. It's very difficult because you want them to also see you in your light, in your success. But maybe that is what is so triggering to them as well. So what I'm getting here is that to be patient with yourself, collective, and to make sure that you surround yourself with people who do support you and give you that support. Everybody has a mission. Everybody has their own assignment. And if they are not understanding your mission, they are not willing to understand where you are with your mission and where you are with yourself, some things you just got to be honest about. They do not have your best interest at heart. Some things we want to get honest about who we are and what we are doing. Sometimes our empaths, we just give our energy away and think we have more than enough, because I know I have enough. I have enough for me, and I have enough for everybody around me. But does that also drain you? So you may have like people from the past wanting reconciliation with you, or wanting to have peace with you, and wanting to have some honesty, some honest conversations here. Stepping into more reconciliation. Okay. A lot of that spiritual discipline. I'm getting like a lot of us are like shaken up mentally. We're getting clear. But it's good, because we're changing, we're evolving, we're not staying stagnant, we're not in we're not so much in fear anymore, but we're growing and we're seeing ourselves in the light even more. And if we are just willing to see ourselves in the light, if we give ourselves a chance to see ourselves more in the light, are you regenerating? This is like being passed on to your kids and your kids' future kids, right? It's an even more stronger and solid foundation. Think of each body as a temple and using that to our advantage. Like, and keeping ourselves regenerating. Is that right? Regenerating, recharging, and keep recharging our body. Okay. Meaning and interaction in Aries season and energy is of significance. This is how you are also going to regenerate and recharge yourself, by finding meaning and finding yourself in interaction that you are also gaining from, vice versa, right? Regenerating each other's energy and not taking from each other's energy, if you will. Does that make sense? We are being tested again in good and in bad. So our patience is of significance and heavy on that. Being in the light is not an easy task, is what I'm picking up, because we are easily bullied. Right? We're easily bullied. We are easily seen as somebody who is weak. And so we are in this constant battle. We're in this constant fight, right? Think of your body going through that every single time, and you're having to fight, and you're having to fight. Like, that is a burden to our body as well. And it's harder to come back in balance and not in chaos. Okay, grace. Who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with the dignity and the spirit of beauty. Grace. More of that. In moderation. In everything. And then think power of the now. And then do so with moderation. Okay, that's a message for some of you. Ooh, I like this. Play, swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. There's a lot of fear here, right? I was talking about the shadow work. Going into what I was saying about shadow work. We find a lot of our fear, it's more of like fear in self, right? But play, that's another one, is play. And grace and play. I want to get another card here. The King of Coins. Heavy emphasis on our masculine energies, our male masculine, okay? I want to send you guys so much support and love right now. I feel that a lot of our masculine males are heavy struggling with their energy, struggling with their ego, and struggling with their shadow, and also struggling and expressing their shadow, okay? So you may feel yourself to be having no sense of order and no sense of direction. What is needed of you, male masculines, is the trust that you have for yourself, and this is going to instantly align you to your path. Okay, keep that in mind for our masculine males, I think what is weighing you down and what have been weighing you down is the focus that you have been chasing the money, but not so much in chasing like rest, rebirth. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Oftentimes, I feel that for our male masculines, it's not important to address anger and emotions and heavy emotions, but how much are you going to feel even more? Stepping out of fear, that is scary. It's big, it's large, right? But it is also to be addressed, because then what would happen, what the opposite of not expressing is, and what that looks like. That looks pretty scary, right? It's like the Hulk. It's just like all of a sudden like spewing out, and we don't know why. I had done this before. I was talking about in the shadow reading. I have had experience where I was seeing things in a dark way, seeing things in a very dark way. To really see and experience our inner lights, we have to acknowledge and know our shadow too, right? That's crazy. It's big, it's large, right? Ooh, I feel like I got everything. Oh, there it is. Hope, calm, balance is what I was going to say, of significance in Aries season, and patience. The power of now is the theme in this season. What happens when things start to crumble around us? Who to turn to? Who do we depend on? Where do we go for safety? No one to project it onto. Heavy on projections and heavy emotional projections and trauma projections onto people. Healers, you're experiencing this a lot. Our empaths, we are also experiencing this a lot. This is some heavy energy that I was picking up on. I too have been giving myself the slow pace that I have been needing as well, because in having to receive these downloads and messages, I really have to ground myself, and also being easy with myself. Heavy emphasis on our Capricorn, and to be very still and easy with your temper, okay? Self-care is so vital. It isn't what you can do for them, it is what you can do for yourself, so you are able to do for them. Being in the light and staying in the light and being grounded in our light, it requires of us to revitalize, to soothe ourselves, right? And to do a lot of soothing, because for us, everything that we're doing, all the self-soothe practice and all of the affirmations that we practice on ourselves, we are giving that to society, we're giving that to the rest, right? So it isn't what you can do for them, it is exactly what you could do for yourself, because anything that you do for yourself, you're going to just act on that. When you're practicing that every day, you just are. So whatever you're giving out is exactly what you're giving out. Think of the sun when you're feeling weary. Light is love, light is happiness, light is joy, light is the sun, light is calmness, light is balance, right? Are you loving to yourself just as much as you are loving to others? Patience with yourself. This is testing our strength in this season, okay? There's a heavy shift in energy in Aries season in 2024 that is a reminder, and to keep that with you when you're out there. You must accept and let go, trust and only trust. This is not for the weak. I want to add that if you are resisting, you're not allowing yourself to come into rebirth, and we need that. Okay, the sun is just as important as the moon in its suits. It sheds lights on what is false. The light sheds on the false. The shadow also need the light. What is important is to stay in the light and know what you can do with that light, and not use it against yourself or against others without harming people. And just as much as it is the light, it sheds light on what is false, just as it is powerful. The sun is revealing a lot on our identity. Remember what I said about identity development issues? I'm getting allowing us to heal a lot of that trauma. So a lot of us also, as a collective, we may feel a little shaken up, like needing a lot of that soothe. Either you are getting that soothe from your friends, 11111 on the timestamp, or family, friends. It is very important that you give yourself that soothe, because what is being shown to you in Aries season is big, it's large, it's bold, right? It's wanting you to step out and be more in action and confident. Okay, the sun is also revealing a lot of our reactions and who we are in our actions, testing and how we are also choosing our words, how we are behaving, the depths of one's identity. This is also revealing one's own true colors. Okay, focusing on gratitude and not letting society's pressures get the best of our talents, abilities, and strength. Be completely still in Aries season. Remembering that the light is so powerful, and when we are using it the right way, you are also gaining for yourself. Thank you guys for being here and tuning in for this light video. This has been an amazing flow. And also, I had taken an edible before I went into this reading, and it has been amazing, and it's been magical. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next. Thank you for tuning in, always showing love and your support. I too have been reading a lot of your comments, and I love seeing it all. And I love that you guys share your stories. I think it's adorable. I think you guys are amazing. You are helping me tremendously in building this channel and the way that it is and the flow that I'm going into, sharing this with you guys, and you guys motivating me with your comments to do more of it. So I love you. I'm feeling a lot of the love. 333 on the timestamp. I'm feeling a lot of this community, support. And I'm sending you guys a lot of support. Happy Aries season. Happy spring. A lot of loud colors. Okay? Loud colors. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next. Take care of yourselves. Mwah. Bye.